Greeting interwebs, this is Jackie K and welcome back to Pokemon Colosseum. This episode is going to be shorter and a bit different because there's not really going to be any progress. I know I kind of promised fight against a boss this episode, but that's not going to happen. Instead, we get evolution, yay! This actually happened off screen, but thankfully it was the only battle I did, so I just did the battle again. So we can actually capture the moment of truth of Yang going into her final form. And now, hopefully she'll at least be able to stand chance against things, including the boss. This is just a little bit of training I did. Little by pretty much that one trainer I stopped by. Now, let's see if I actually do any better against the boss. The answer, not so well, but I do want to show off the fact that I tried to beat the guy before grinding, because, I mean, if I could do it without grinding, then doing the grinding would seem a bit unfair. So, this is video proof for you all that I tried to beat him without doing a tremendous amount of grinding. Good, this has been scrubbed all day, that's done it. I forget that's the voice I had from before. Ugh, how did you get in here? Now I see, you must be too much to talk about. Little did I expect to see you here. I am Ian. I'm in charge of this Shadow Pokemon Lab. No one will be allowed to interfere with our plan. Allow me to acquaint you with the power of my Shadow Pokemon. Assuming we ever even get to his Shadow Pokemon. Now, let me just summarize what happened in this fight, because I can do that. And trust me, you won't be missing anything. Here's the gist of what this guy tends to do. He tends to use Rain Dance, and he loves to use Confuse Ray. The latter being the main factor of so many defeats in this battle. For Trace getting confused here, expect to see it hit itself in confusion a lot. And that fly might not be so great either. Yep, hurt itself in confusion. Is it gonna hurt itself? Yep! Hurt itself in confusion. And that fly is pretty much gonna put Yang out of commission early on. And I don't think much of my other Pokemon fare any better, but in case you didn't get the hint yet, hurt yourself in confusion! Yay! One shot! Because what were you expecting from a grass flying type? One shot to at least one Pokemon. Okay, that's not a one shot. And technically that's not a one shot either. But you get my drift. Pokemon are just getting knocked down left and right, and they're all on my side of the party. Yay, Code Red's now confused. What is Code Red gonna do? It's gonna go to hurt itself in Confusion Land! Again and again and again. Just so it can get humbled by Hydro Pump. Fun thought. If it actually didn't hurt itself in Confusion both those times, it might have actually got some damage off on that turn, but nope! One shot! And that was how the battle went, in a nutshell. Well, that battle could have gone a lot better, but at least now I have no excuse to go off and grind. And that is what I did. I actually streamed this, and I'll probably be uploading the videos with the live commentary a bit later on, if I haven't already. Pardon me in advance for the poor quality. This was streamed, after all, so there's gonna be lag, and I couldn't replace the live commentary with the actual in-game audio, so I just replaced it with music. And to be fair, you're gonna hear nothing but music for the rest of the video. As I was saying, a lot of my work went off to doing grinding. I think around this time frame I did record another area of Mount Battle, but that wasn't really giving me much experience. So on top of that, I went back to Pyrite Colosseum and tried to beat the Colosseum a couple times and failed. Eventually I went to Paniac Stadium and won that, so I could actually earn money to hopefully beat Pyrite Stadium. And around the process of failing over there, I decided to enter the Under Colosseum once just for the last, and I actually won it. So that's what you're seeing on film now, pretty much the ending of me winning that, and as you can see, even with all the failed attempts against the Colosseums, my Pokemon were earning quite a bit of experience. So even the failures were important for something. After this, I will head back to the Pyrite Stadium and actually win it. And that pretty much concludes all the grinding I did. Although first I want to show what I got from the Under Colosseum. I would show what I got from the Paniac Stadium, but currently the film for my recording of that is a little bit corrupted, so I need to look into that in order to figure out why it's not actually working. So, I believe you saw on screen what TM I got from that. Now to finally get my revenge on the Pyrite Colosseum for all the suffering that it's caused. All the failed attempts, all the money that was wasted that could have gone into items that I spent trying to heal my Pokemon, trying to get them through this final fight. Screw you, and he says the most ridiculous thing if you lose to him. He goes like, "Huh, you're weak, get out." And that just rubs me the wrong way for some reason, at least in the sense of a video game. So it was incredibly satisfying for multiple reasons to finally take this guy out. And with all the failures and successes, my Pokemon are finally at a good enough level that I think I can actually beat this guy. Granted, his Pokemon are still within the 40s range, and I'm just barely in the low 40s myself. So maybe I'm not strong enough yet. You'll just have to see in the next episode though. There is one final thing I do after getting this money and this TM prize that I decided to include in this video. By the way, the TM I got was TM1 Focus Punch. Really tempted to use that, but I mean, like, they could definitely hit you too often in this game. Anyways, before we do what we're gonna do here, let me show you the items I bought with the money we earned from Colosseums. Tons of lemonades, a couple revival herbs, some revives. I wish I could bought more revival herbs, but even with all that, I didn't have that much money. I spent pretty much all my money on those items. Anyways, I thought about this for a while, going back and forth with whether or not I wanted to do it, but I decided to purify my Viagra before the fight. I mean, if it even gained one level, it would be worth it. If this was XD, I would keep it as a Shadow Pokemon for this fight. But since this is Colosseum, and there's not really any benefit to keeping a Pokemon as a Shadow Pokemon, well, mine is Shadow Rush, but Shadow Rush is kind of useless to me at this point. I decided to purify my Viagra. As for what I decided to name my Viagra, I decided to call it Sahara. It sounds like a good name for a girl, and yet it sounds related to a desert. Probably because there's a desert actually called the Sahara Desert. I actually forgot what I named my first Viagra in Pokemon Colosseum, but now I actually recall it being called like Desert Pow or something. Sahara is probably a more interesting name anyways. And while we were here, I decided to purify a couple other Shadow Pokemon as well. That's about it for this video. Next time we'll take on Ian for sure. How many attempts it will take, you'll have to find out though. I don't understand why the later parts of this recording session, the sound was completely gone. So I apologize for that. But I will sure to have commentary to make up for it. See you all there.